Hello everybody, Shift Your Mindset here with a new episode. The glue that keeps millions of JWs together. Let's see what that glue is, because I just saw a little fragment of the May JW broadcasting and immediately it was clear for me what the message was. Obey, obey, commit, obey, 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 governing body, obey, organization, Jehovah's organization, obey the rules, obey us, obey us, obey us. It's all about obeying without thinking, of course. That's where we come in, where I come in now, because it's only about obeying that keeps them together. And they have to do it themselves, that they start to critically think about things. But they are so clever in obeying because it's doctrinal control. The governing body teaches you, if you are obedient to us, the equivalent is you're obedient to God. And because they make themselves an equivalent of God, they can maintain that strict control and prevent dissent. Because what will happen if members start to question their organizational policies? It threatens the unity. And that's the second thing. They have to preserve the unity at all costs. And unity is for the Jehovah Witnesses something you always hear, that they are the true religion. Yeah, around the world we have the same teachings, the same program, the same rules we live by. In every congregation around the world, in this week we are studying this material. So they make robots of it, but they don't see it like that. They think that's unity. And unity is, of course, a sign of true religion. We are the only ones who are preaching the good news. We are the only ones who go out and have Bible studies, weekly meetings. We all have the same kingdom hall, etc., etc. There's no other teachings. No, because the governing body placed themselves as the equivalent, the mouthpiece on earth for God. So that's the glue that keeps millions of members in place, in their behavior even. How to behave. It's remarkable how they done it, that they have their tentacles from the top on almost 9 million people. It's an achievement, because they know that if they have the obedience to the organization, that there's no fragmentation among Jehovah Witnesses. And of course they do it with all they can, and especially that they are protectors. They protect you from Satan. They protect you from the devil. How many people who were leaving the Jehovah Witnesses have still anxieties about demons and bad spirits, and people want to hurt you, and the world, about the world, where do I have to go? The world, everything in the world is bad. There's no unity in the world. There is no whatever you're looking for in this world. It's only among Jehovah Witnesses. Okay, you have unity, and then that's why you are a true religion. But what if I told you that I was at a wedding of my brother-in-law last week in Italy, and I felt more unity when I met his Italian family. He has a nephew I never seen before, speaks Italian, not English. I don't speak Italian that good, but I felt an immediate connection with him. He said to my wife, "Your man has good energy. I like him. I want to spend more time with him." And it's vice versa. Somebody in Satan's world, like me, but you have an immediate connection and you feel something, that it's a good person, that you like his energy. And that's something I never felt before in so-called unity and obedience cult of the Jehovah Witnesses. There is no unity in that religion. It's only blindly followers. That's a big difference. Because what I said yesterday, there is no unity. When somebody gets removed or disfellowshipped, the other person in that marriage who isn't guilty at all, who's innocent, has the same faith. They are also shunned. They're also not socializing with that person. That person is also marked, is innocent. So where is the love? Where is the unity in that? Where is the unity when it comes to elderly people? Someone who needs care, whatever. It isn't there. So it's a false sense of unity. It's a false sense of obedience. Because you can be obedient to something if you understand why. But there is no why from that organizational earthly mouthpiece that is equivalent to God. If you want to live in obedient life, then you have to live according to the scriptures. Where in the scriptures is it said that you're not allowed to wear pants, that you're not allowed to have a beard? And yet, 100 years, you're obedient to an organization who put those rules on you. Where is it said that you can't hang out with disfellowship persons? Yeah, you don't eat with them, blah, blah, blah. No, but you still can socialize with somebody. Why are we shunned as ex-Jehovah Witnesses by your own family? Do you think that the lost son who came home, his father ran to him, he hugged him, he prepared a meal for him? Do you think that he was first, he went to the elders before he came home to his father? No, his father welcomed him with open arms after a period of time. All those things are in the scriptures, but are not lived by the organization. Of course not. The organization is an enterprise, a company who only wants your money. And for that, they need blindly followers who are obedient to the max. Not a little, not people who think, no. And the best thing they do to have obedience is to rule out outside influence. Isolation. That's a number one tactic they practice. Because if you isolate people, they don't know better. If you're only living in a certain way, you don't see what's out there. You're also getting afraid for everything out there. And that's what they want, because they portray the world as vicious, as bad, as people who are doing bad things all day. But it's not the truth. But isolation is the number one tactic, because outside world, other people can influence you, also for the good. Because if I see someone doing good things here, I'm also getting motivated to help and to do good things. But they only portray it as bad things, and that you are getting influenced by also doing bad things and sleep around and everything else. But if you look at it, they are the most evil people, because there are horrible things going on in the Jehovah Witness community that even aren't that big in the outside world, number-wise. But isolate people. And if you isolate them also from outside information, then you hit the nail on the head. Then you are good to go as a governing body. Because independent thinking, no chance. And if you isolate people, then you reinforce the loyalty. And they need obedience and loyalty. And if you give them a doomsday cult scenario, carrot and the stick, that Armageddon is imminent, and that stress that Armageddon is coming just around the corner. We are in the final days of the last days of the last days of the last days of the last overlapping generation in the overlapping generation. Then you have them cornered and you can do whatever you want with those people. So they are training members to obey now. And if you obey now, they say, and that's the trick, then that's a vital preparation for the end times trial, Armageddon. And if you're obeying already now, then it's easier also in paradise, earthly paradise. Where is it said in the scriptures? That you also is easier to obey in the new world. So the whole glue thing about Jehovah's Witnesses is obedience. And that's a tricky one for us ex-Jehovah's Witnesses to pierce through. Because obedience, loyalty, they isolate you from the outside world. If someone from the outside world even says something, even something nice, they are already on the toes. They already alerted. Everything from somebody who is not a Jehovah's Witness is already dangerous in their head. So you have to tread lightly. You have to wear gloves when you want to say something, because everything you say is almost sounding as an insult, and then they go into the defense mode of defending Jehovah's Witnesses and unity and everything, because you are touching a nerve in their core belief. I also did that when I was a Jehovah's Witness. Everything other people were saying was an attack on God, and they take it so personal, it's not funny anymore. So they're gonna fight or they're gonna flee. Fight or flight. That's the one choice they have. And most of the time they fight, and otherwise, if they don't have anything to say, they flight. They go away. They leave you, they don't answering you, because they can't express themselves. It is not defendable what they want to do, because they can't come with evidence that what they are thinking or believing is true. So it's a difficult one, people. Just let me know in the comments what you can do. What I do is something I let a balloon fly with a thought where they have to think about. And then I hope that they start their critical thinking, because they have to step out that obedience, unity type of glue thing that's controlling their whole life. Their whole life is based on those components. It's like a two-component glue. If you put it together, it's almost unbreakable. You can't get it off another object anymore. So strong that glue is. The two-component glue. It's not fun anymore. But we have to deal with it. And it's even hard for us when we are walking away from that religion, from that cult, to shift our whole thinking, our mindset into letting go of all those fake beliefs. It's a struggle sometimes, because we are so programmed to judge other people. We are so programmed to react immediately if something has happened, like someone is taking a personal. They all take it so personal when it's just about the religion you practice. It's not about you as a person, but it's about the religion. Even if we say something about the governing body, it amazes me every time how many people are defending those men who are sitting there, taking your money and just laughing in your face. Sell your kingdom hall where you saved all your money for. They sell other things just to make a profit. They demand you to transfer money every month to that organization. You don't know where it's going. They're building big places like Ramapo for video editing, etc. But what's wrong with the quality of the videos now? Why is it not enough? There's enough videos, I think, on that website to be found. And they are changing their teachings, and you are just following behind because you are taught by that organization from day one to be obedient. Just because someone placed themselves to the equivalent of God here on earth. Then you think, oh, we're almost there. Then we have a few younger governing body members suddenly, and now we're having an overlapping generation, and now we're getting an overlapping generation maybe in a few years. But it's just for Jehovah Witnesses, they don't see that they are getting played. They don't see that there's an emphasis now on younger ministerial servants. Why? Because they need the people. They need the numbers. 20, 25-year-old, you can be an elder. If you lived in 1980 and you said to someone, hey, I have a 25-year-old, he's becoming an elder, they laugh out loud in your face. And now it's normal suddenly. LDC needs people. Everything in that organization needs free labor. You're not getting anything back in return from them. No, you have to obey, and it will all be fine. If there's someone in the outside world who says, I want you to work for me, and month after month he's not paying you, what are you gonna do? You stop. Why? He didn't hold his promise to pay you. And now you're in an organization that keeps on changing things and you're just following along. People, this is the year 2025 that people wake up. Not only in the Jehovah Witness religion, but everywhere around the world. People are waking up. People are getting fed up by the governments, by everything around them, because they are lied to for too long. So take your time, but start with critical thinking and not just obeying, but see for yourself what is the intention behind it. Does it feel good to me? Or is something off? When something feels off, try to feel with your heart. If something feels off, go and research it. All the material you can get. Ask ChatGPT, I don't care. But don't only focus on the JW library and stuff like that. That's only one part of it. But take the full 100% of investigation you need. And then you will see that some things don't rhyme with each other. Doesn't add up. Doesn't match anymore. So start your critical thinking. Do your research. You're obligated to yourself to do a full research on the things. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Obedience is ignoring your feeling and just follow. That's only with the brain you're programmed to do. It only repeats what you are used to do. But try to feel. If it doesn't feel good, try to listen to your feeling. So this is my take on the glue that holds millions of people together. Just obedience, blind obedience. And what can we do about it? Stay friendly. Just say something maybe. Ask them a question. Don't attack them, but be polite, be friendly, and just see through somebody. They struggle. They have a hard time. So it's best to have empathy for them. And if you are PMO, just think about obedience. Think about what you want to do with your life. And you want to stay in because your family stays in. True. But it's only family in a word. If you go outside the organization like me, I lost all my family, my actual family, but I gained so much family and friends back. And I gained valuable connections with it. Connections I never felt with my own family of flesh and blood. So make up your own mind. I'm not gonna say what you have to do, but make up your own mind and think about what is holding me back. Why am I still in a certain way obedient to this organization? Free yourself from the shackles and you start to live your life on your terms. And you start your journey to freedom. And I want everybody to experience that. Thank you guys for watching. We see each other on the next episode.